Alright, what's up, guys and gals out there in the world? So, yeah, I'm on vacation for a minute right now. And, actually, Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And, I am going to make a video about my recent awakening experiences. And yeah, I mean, all I can say is there's a lot of depth here, a lot more than really I ever imagined there being. I mean, I had, God consciousness awakenings and infinite freedom awakenings, and sixth jhana awakenings, and I even had several Nirodha Samapati cessation awakenings, or the cessation of thinking and feeling, I believe is the correct term, also called extinction in some language. I actually really like that term. It's a very accurate term. And really that's the moment when you see the nature and you cannot really deny it anymore. But it actually was integration of the Nirodha Samapati. My first two that happened, they happened within 2 minutes of each other. And I haven't really gotten a good level-headed video out there to describe this yet. So I figured, I had a little bit of sleep and then woke back up in the middle of the night. What's a more perfect time? Well, a more perfect time would maybe be when it's a little bit warmer out. It's like fucking 4 a.m. right now. And yeah, so let's get into it. So for anyone watching, my content from here out is going to mainly be focused around awakening, enlightenment, and such things. Why? Simply because I feel nothing other in my nature than to teach this shit. We could call this the Bodhisattvic impulse. If we wanted to be funny, we could call this the blueberry muffin eating impulse. That's still there. I still like blueberry muffins. Nothing really changed there. I think we got some people talking back here. But yeah, so let's get into the meat of the topic. So my first Nirodha Samapati awakenings, these were not done through meditation, which, for the real hard-cut Daniel Ingram types, might be a reason to call them into question, but in the ancient texts, it does describe another path, and I use that other path. I am a man of faith, see what's on my neck, right? But Bhakti is, as far as we know, the other reliable way. I mean, really, none of these ways, sorry, I'm shivering because it's cold. None of these ways are reliable. Even meditation is not reliable for awakening. It's not. I mean, but at the same time, how could this happen to a 25-year-old white male in the United States in the year 2021 after the coronavirus and such things? Well, it did. It fucking did, man. Nirodha Samapati. What an experience. But honestly, this was deeper than a Nirodha Samapati experience. in a sense, because this was attained through pure bhakti. Basically, I had a figure that I had great bhakti for, of the likes I've not encountered any other in my lifetime. Bhakti. So the bhakti started here in the human center, command control, the heart chakra. Yes. So it was heart chakra bhakti, basically, to the fucking love explosion types, which maybe plenty of you have experienced out there, and I hope you have. It is still a very rare thing to experience this level of bhakti for a human being, but I experienced this level of bhakti for a human being. That was what started. Now, I'll be honest, I was using a little bit of training wheels. I had Delta 8 and Delta 10 THC, which I found incredibly helpful for true enlightenment work. So anyway, I had that in my system. And it started, yes, with bhakti towards a human being in the heart chakra. A giant explosion. This all was happening within 2 to 3 seconds. I don't even know what the fuck's going on. I'm not necessarily controlling this in any real conscious way, but I have a fucking gigantic, galactic, bhakti heart fucking explosion for this human being. And this is a human being who shares qualities so similar to me in some aspects that it's one of those things you might call a twin flame or a soulmate or some bullshit. Whatever term you want to put on it. It doesn't really matter. The point is, there were so many similarities and character similarities and even action similarities that we had together in life. And I only saw this person maybe 4 times in my life. And I don't know where they are now. And I could try to hunt them down, but I don't think that defeats the purpose at this point. I love to share the deeper awakenings with them, because I feel like this person was stuck quite a bit in certain ways. Basically, in just love for humanity. We shared a hatred of humanity too. And a judgment of humanity, because for some reason we both arrived here on this planet feeling high on the horses, and maybe this is because of some celestial significance that we personally have on this planet, or maybe it was just our arrogance that was developed as a very early on ego development that took place. But either way, whatever the cause, we both felt so significant to this world. That was our intuition. Really, I would call it far more an intuition than any ego development. And it seems that this person as well also had probably this intuition from a very young age. This is not an easy intuition to live with, because, well, this intuition tells you that you're worth so much. So much. Many of you out there probably can't really grasp this much self-significance to hold within your soul. But anyway, so I have this level of intuition just always from birth, that I am incredibly important. I am meant for all of the greatest things on planet Earth and beyond. That's how it fucking feels. That's how it felt as a child, very young child. Basically, my first memories are of this intuition. Some of my first memories are of this intuition, of this feeling of significance. whether it's an ego thing, or whether it's a, past life thing, or maybe it's we are wanderers in the raw material, if you want to get into that. It doesn't really matter. So we had this significance about us that made us feel to be greater than our fellow men and women, walking this earth. But again, yes, that is a very challenging thing, because you will soon be ego checked. And maybe that's not even ego, that it's intuition checked. Oh, you're the shortest, one of the shortest, littlest kids on the playground. That intuition ain't gonna help you none, buddy. Ain't gonna help you for shit. So anyway, I've gotten so much into the backstory of just one aspect, one tiny aspect of the connection, of the significance of the bhakti and love that I feel for this person. So anyway, yes, the awakening, we're back to it. The bhakti was felt around the heart area. You could call it a heart chakra if you want. You could just call it the Holy Spirit if you want. You could call it so many different things. Or you could also call it a clairsentient experience, but arising in this physical location right here. So this energy rises, okay? And then I have bhakti for a very spiritually significant figure, one of the most famous to ever grace humanity. One that actually, some say exists in many different religions and cultures. You might even call it more of a spiritual entity, an archetype that reoccurs among human religions. So, I'm not going to tell you that. I'm going to save that kind of information for my Patreon, because this specific spiritual entity, I don't want to get too much information out there to just a general population, because it could be damaging. It can easily be misunderstood, misconstrued, okay? And even the person that I had that bhakti love for, we both had this connection to this spiritual entity. But even, I believe that person misunderstands the nature of this being. So that's the deeper kind of stuff I'm going to get to in my Patreon, just because I want to make sure it's actually spiritual people, or people who, resonate with my message, who learn more about that. Because again, there's so much room to misconstrue it. So anyway, the general nature of the Naroda Samapati experience. So it started, the bhakti love, gigantic fucking next level explosions of this love for this person, then turned to this shared spiritual master that we both have in this spiritual figure. And that was in the crown. And that giant explosion happened. And full supplication and love and just devotion, just pure bhakti to that deity was that. And in that very moment, that's when samadhi occurred. But this was no regular samadhi. This was God consciousness, fucking clairsentient, fucking bhakti, fucking gigantic explosion. Enough to, if most people had it, they would think all of reality was just destroyed with this explosion of energy. So I have this. It's a channeling upward to the crown chakra, pure bhakti, just the most pure bhakti. If you could bottle this shit and sell it to all the gods, you'd be the richest person in the universe. Even if there are the 330 million Hindu deities, which some claim there to be. So all of this is going on. This then collapses into samadhi, or the 8th jhana, which many people stop at the 8th jhana, and they think the 8th jhana is it, or at least all that a human can have. Well, of course, someone with that intuition from a young age, of course, they would want to go higher. And then that's where I went. So there was samadhi, which as jhana 8 is typically described. Let me see if I can get the language correct here. Neither perception nor non-perception. That's the level, that's when everything basically came to a singularity. And really these words do not accurately describe the experience, but they are close. They're the closest markers that, you could really look for. So yes, it was certainly an 8th jhana experience. There was perception, but still not non-perception going on in this 8th jhana, which lasted just a split second before we went on to the 9th jhana, Nirodha Samapatti, cessation. That's what you really want. You really want cessation, whether you know about it or not, whether you know what cessation is, whether you know what enlightenment is, whether you think that God consciousness is everything, whether you butt plug 5-MeO for 365 days out of the year. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What you really want is cessation, and that is the deepest fruition as far as I'm concerned. This cessation, this fruition, is what produces the most lasting results. And really it was the integration and proper understanding of this event that happened that really even then started to create greater results for me. But yes, so we reached cessation. And all that is it's like a split second in your life is cut out of the scene. Your life's a scene in a movie, and a split second just gets cut out of the middle, and it just skips. It just skips over that like little split second. Like, this is the timeline of your movie, and then it's like, oh, you're not experiencing anything, and you're not experiencing anything because you're in this infinite God conscious singularity of fucking infinite Bhakti power that you just created through love. Through Bhakti. Not meditating. Just love. Just love and Bhakti and a mastery of clairsentience. Out of this, yes, you create the cessation. You create the extinction. And that's the perfect thing to call it, because it is the pure extinction of any little, tiny, remaining version of self that could be in that 8th jhana. You're just fucking throwing it away. You're destroying him. I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. That is what Lord Krishna said, and I firmly believe. And I don't know what the Hindu scholars say, but I firmly believe, as a man who's experienced this extinction, if we want to call it that, this is what he was talking about. He was talking about having this power, being able to extinct everything ever, present, past, future, God, devil, your mom, your dog, your memories of everything, all extinct within that non-existent cessation. The cessation is non-existence. Non-existence is nibbana, okay? And that is what is to be understood. And I firmly believe that the Tao, yes, the Tao is that non-existence. It's that nibbana there that comes back into everything. When you return, you were extinct, but now you are alive. You died, but now you're here, my friends. you're here, experiencing everything as if nothing had changed. You're still in God-conscious singularity, not perception, but not non-perception. You're still in that 8th jhana, baby, for a split second. And then you come down and you assimilate back into the super Bhakti state, the super fucking clairsentient, Holy Spirit, chakra, Kundalini, whatever fucking name you want to put on this shit. And I really firmly, after having so many experiences with these different energies, I don't think there's even really one name to put on it. I think it needs all of the above. All of the above, and that still doesn't even explain this energy whatsoever. It's infinite in its intricacies. But, anyway, we're back. We're back on planet Earth. We're back as Brandon Rowe. And we are back after the 8th jhana, and we're coming down. And as we're coming down, I love how I'm making this sound so dramatic, because fuck, it was dramatic. And I think my finger was covering part of my speaker that whole time. I'm gonna be pissed as fuck if my audio doesn't come out good, because I'm gonna have to make all this shit again. Kind of like when, I came back from 9th jhana, I made all this shit again. That's the singularity. Hey, and if you've ever wanted to have a personal connection with a guru or someone, there's a wise saying that Leo Gura says, and I don't know if I'll get it word for word, but basically he says there's a place beyond this and a place beyond that and blah, blah, blah. He uses very eloquent language to describe this, but there's a place beyond everything, and I will meet you there. He's talking about the singularity. That's where you get to dance around with Leo Gura and Frank Yang and Daji and Baba Ji and Chara Ji and all of my masters. And, the highest that I truly connected with, truly, maybe even as an incarnation of, who I won't name, because that's for Patreon. Just the non-subtle plug for myself. I am trying to create this as more of a career for myself. Teaching. And this is me as the Buddhist after extinction reaching out his food bowl, saying, if you want the deepest treats, give me just a little tiny piece of corn. A piece of corn, my friends. Could I have just one tiny piece of corn, so that I may sustain myself for one more moment to be a bodhisattva in this world? Yeah, that's my shameless plug for my Patreon. So yes, I will name him. It's a him. I will name him on my Patreon. And I will talk in all detail about him on my Patreon. But if you're any level of my Patreon, even if it's $5 a month, I will give you coaching. I will talk to you one-on-one. We can have phone conversations, Skype conversations, FaceTime conversations. I am here for you. I am not a teacher above you. I am a teacher below you. I am a little servant here who has learned true friendship for all of humanity. And I gotta look directly at the camera for this. And I wanna fucking love you, man and woman, whoever you are. If you're a true spiritual seeker and you made it to 24 minutes in this video, I'm talking directly to you, baby. Directly to you. I want to meet you. I want to talk to you. And hell, if you literally can't afford $5 a month, I mean, my second level is going to be like 15 and third tier is going to be 50. And for 50, I mean, if you do it for enough months, I'll probably just make a Brandon Rowe world tour and fucking fly out to meet you in whatever country you're in. Stage red, stage beige, I don't give a fuck, man, I'm coming. I might be coming to meet you one day. As a teacher, but as a servant teacher. That's what I am. I'm a servant teacher. And I'm only here to teach as long as you want to be taught. And I'm only here to teach really the details that you want to learn. What does your soul yearn for? All right, so anyway, let's get back to we're out of samadhi, neither perception nor non-perception, happening through infinite bhakti, God-conscious explosion to one powerful spiritual master who will be named on Patreon. And anyway, fuck me. So, it's like 50 degrees out here, man. I'm just in a white shirt and my fucking Jesus Christ cross. Rosary beads, man. Jesus is the way. And he really fucking is. So much of the time. For so many people. But, fuck, I'm getting so sidetracked with the passion of this video. Because it's the passion of the Christ coming through Brandon Road right fucking now. Seriously, though. I'm trying to get through this fucking thing. So anyway, I had all of that, right? Then I had 2 minutes to just chill, like thinking, what the fuck was that? Like, because I didn't know at the time exactly all of these details. I'm telling you, this was after integration, after reading and being like, what the fuck was that? What was that? As Daniel Ingram puts it in MCTB, Mastering the Core Teachings of the Buddha, a wonderful book and really probably the most hardcore Dharma book out there, which I love and is very good. So anyway, plug to Daniel Ingram, Mastering the Core Teachings of the Buddha. If you want a very good hardcore Dharma book on Buddhism, that will surely help you if you read it. Plug to his book. Yeah, he's a fucking great guy. He's even got a forum with people active on there who will talk to you about your Nirodha Samapati. And they'll be like, nah, it was just stream entry. Yeah. Fucking, well, man, I'm about to enter a stream of piss in your mouth. You fucking tell me that. Because I know my attainment. But anyway, any fucking way, man. So, 2 minutes pass while I'm like, what the fucking, and not knowing what it was, and actually just basking in the bliss of this. It all happens again. Same thing. Pretty much same exact thing. Pretty much. To a slightly, toned down slightly, the God consciousness elements. They were still there. But toned down slightly is like a lower infinity. So I had that. So I had two cessations within 2 minutes on Delta 8 and Delta 10 THC through pure Bhakti, baby. Pure Bhakti power. Yeah, that's Brandon Rowe's superpower. He'll hit you with the Bhakti. The Bhakti right in your fucking face. He'll hit you with the Bhakti. That's just what it is. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for love, compassion, unity with everything in the fucking universe, including all you human beings listening to this, and any aliens in the future, or picking up on this signal. Hey. I've got love for you too, baby. And I'm growing my beard out to prove it. All right, by the way, we got to take, it's 29 minutes in. We got to take a minor commercial break. Brandon Rowe is now growing out his beard. Why is he growing out his beard? Well, fuck. So many attainments. Who has time to shave? But no, actually, because I really like my beard. I like beards. Always loved beards, and now I have one. And it's like this long. So I'm going to the sternum. Hopefully within a year. That's the goal. The goal is whenever I hit the sternum, then we'll reconsider. I've even considered growing my beard to the sternum and then finding a lucky and passionate transgendered man and literally cutting off my beard, locks of love, and giving them a full fucking brownish, reddish, Scottish, maybe Germanish, who knows. Haven't done my 23andMe yet. I've had it, I just haven't fucking spitting the thing. But yeah, I'm considering actually giving my beard at that point to someone who needs it potentially more than me. Someone who wants to identify as a man. Because I haven't really shared this on my YouTube, but I'm a bit of a transgender woman. Hey, you even see the nails. Oh, I broke this playing basketball. Because even though I'm at the end of the day, I'm 100% female and 100% male. So, but I'm in a male body, so, you know, oh shucks, you know, I guess I'm gonna, you know, get the gains, bro, and just, you know, gains. Durian Rider gains. See, nobody gets like half of my references because they're all internal references and jokes. Who's even here at 30 minutes? Not many people, unless they're the people who would subscribe to Patreon. And that's who I'm talking to right now, baby. So again, yeah, we had 2 fucking cessations, you know, on both sides, fucking infinite singularity, God consciousness, fucking infinite bhakti, you know, pure utilization of the human energetic system to its maximum. Back to back, like what the fuck? And then we had that fucking piece. It was literally, all I can say is myself as all of existence and myself as all of non-existence had sex, had a really fucking good time. You know, we banged each other out for a long time because in Nibbana, in non-existence, in cessation, there is no time, buddy. So imagine you got 10 billion years of sleep, but no grogginess, and then you came out of it. That's like the level of fucking, just fucking beautiful serenity that you feel after your Nirodha Samapati, baby. You feel like, yes, those 2 forces, all of existence, all of non-existence, for a non-existent amount of time, so it's more than infinity. When infinity meets 0, who wins? Who wins? Ask the mathematicians. It's 0. 0, baby. 0 fucking wins. That shit. It wins hard as fuck. And I still got my pinky on that finger, bro. Prep the nails. Check the nails, boy. Yeah, we got nails and a beard. And we're wearing a white shirt. We got a fucking rosary beads on. And what are we gonna do with reality? Look at them blue eyes. I was gonna entitle one of my new videos, like something, blue eyes, white, anagamin. I don't know the correct grammar, so I'm a grammar Nazi, so I have to know before I fucking make that video, what it is. But just look at these beautiful blues, baby. I gotta look directly at the camera now. Beautiful blues. This is this is what I want to teach you guys. Like you can become enlightened as whoever you are. As a bipolar person also diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder, ADHD. And honestly, I probably have other psychological illnesses that would be diagnosable. They're just negligible when compared to my other ones. Like bipolar disorder really just takes the cake for me. I'm a very strong bipolar type 1 with psychotic features. Manic motherfucker, okay? And if you haven't gotten that in a little bit of the energy of this video, I don't know who you are, but come on. Manic as fuck always. But yeah, so basically after those awakenings, it was non-existence had sex with existence. All of existence and all of non-existence had sex. And it was within my awareness that I got to bask in the afterglow. Just think about when you have sex. It is just like that. Just like non-existence fucked all of existence. And they had a good time. And then they orgasmed at the perfect climactic time, both at the same time, for all of time and all of non-time. And they fucking had it, bro. Holy shit. I just want to flip the camera right now to show you Lake Michigan, and the sun is rising. The sun is rising, and I gotta look at this. Look at that beautiful fucking view. Brandon Rowe's on vacation right now, and it is god fucking good to be near the Upper Peninsula, baby. When I was in the psych ward, I just got released fucking yesterday. When I was in the psych ward, everybody was talking about Upper Peninsula and how fucking great it was, and look at that sunrise. It is fucking beautiful. Planet Earth, life is beautiful. Life is a gift. Existence is a gift. And after extinction, I learned that, but I still haven't gotten to the nice part of the story. The Daniel Ingram-y type of the story, where it said, yes, it's like existence had sex with non-existence forever, and then had the gigantic Big Bang orgasm to bring everything back into existence again and unextinct itself. And you had that after sex afterglow. Yeah, the NS afterglow. I had that shit for a couple hours. It wasn't quite as long as some of Daniel Ingram's that he's described, but maybe that's because I attained mine through Bhakti, or my energetic systems were just so fucking high at that point beforehand. It could be, I don't know. But anyway, so, could also be because I use stimulants, I use nicotine. But, we had that afterglow, and it was fucking amazing. Just the most equanimous or equanimous or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Just equanimity out the asshole. Peace and just bliss, and just, it was completion. It was completion. Basking in the universe coming back into existence through the self. The Atman. I really do believe there is Atman and Brahman natures playing with each other. I am a Hindu in that way. A lot of people are getting this Brahman-only notion around here, around town. I just gotta say, sharpshooter Brandon Rowe is saying there is an Atman, and there's at least one, and it's fucking me, bro. So if you're out there listening to this message, then you have an Atman too, and it's beautiful, and it is just as full as any Brahman. You're just as infinite as any infinite existence, non-existence bullshit put together. It doesn't matter, man. I'm fucking walking and talking, and it doesn't matter, and we're gonna lose lighting. Oh my god, shitty video quality. Natural lighting, baby. Whew. Whew. But yeah, this is just me talking about my enlightenment. This is me talking about my enlightenment. Yeah, I mean, I can be fucking happy about it, can't I? You gonna judge? You gonna fucking judge a boy for 25 years old, raised Mormon, fucking knuckle bumped any Mormons out there? I promise you, man, if I say a prayer near you, man, we will have a Holy Spirit connection. Someone just walked outside the door, and I feel fucking awkward for the display of emotion that I'm having. You can still feel awkward after awakening. It's fucking crazy. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm not some levitating Buddha. I'm still a human being who can make mistakes and misjudgments. Oh, then you must have misjudged your awakening, Brandon. Everybody wants to come at you with that, but come on, guys. Quit being little fucking cunts and just realize it happened, baby. But yeah, I mean, I've had several Naroda Samapati experiences after that, but we can talk about those later. That's actually probably more of a dedicated video, at least for maybe I might release it to YouTube, but that story is a little bit above PG. It's above PG-13. It's a little R. I mean, I recorded a video of it, of after it, but when I was in the afterglow, which, fuck, that was a beautiful afterglow then. Like, that, I had a deeper awakening than these. These are not my deepest awakenings. But I was spurred to make this video because of one man, and one man only. Well, I mean, multiple people, actually. On the actualize.org forum, were commenting some beautiful things, but I watched Frank Yang's video about self-inquiry while I woke up and I couldn't sleep, and I did a self-inquiry. Ooh, crown chakra shit coming in now, just remembering his self-inquiry. And it basically made me realize, like, within everything, there is cessation. Cessation is everywhere. Nibbana is everywhere. The Tao is everywhere. It's in fucking everything. It's older than God, Lao Tzu said. Well, fuck yeah, it is. It birthed God. But God kills it. God kills it. The Bhakti killed it. I mean, myself as a singularity went into non-existence and fucking beat the shit out of it. We had a toxic relationship, really. It probably was. Because those are always the best in sex, right? You know, God had some toxic relationship, like trying to beat the shit out of Nibbana. And Nibbana is like trying to fucking, you know, say like backhanded fucking, I almost said backhanded compliments, which maybe that's the nature of Nibbana. I mean, really, Nibbana is the eternal mother. And God is the eternal father, baby. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm just a normal fucking guy. I'm just a normal fucking guy at the end of the day. All that shit happened, and I'm just a normal fucking guy standing right next to Lake Michigan at fucking like 5 a.m. And I'm here. I'm making a video. And I think it's about, I'm going to wait for 4334 on the camera, and then I'm going to end this video. If I don't get a 10% battery notification before then, that fucking stops my video. We'll see. But that's my shout out to 434. Wonderful YouTube channel. Good content. Peter Hedron is a beautiful human being. You see, I'm singing praise to so many people. Frank Yang, Peter Hedron, I think. Eckhart Tolle, whatever his name is. Leo Gura. You know, I stood on the shoulders of giants to achieve this. And those giants stood on the shoulders of other giants ad nauseum back to the Big Bang. And that's what made this possible at age 25, 2021, in the middle of a coronavirus pandemic. The wonderful, the glorious, and the eternal Brandon Rowe had an awakening. And he fucking full enlightenment, baby. Natty state, bro. Frank Yang's fucking right. We're done.